Now listen, don't you judge me, okay? I warned you something might happen while you were away. You shouldn't have left me on my own. I can't be trusted with this game. I like it too much. And so, I played it for hours on end. Much like Dread Mist that I uploaded yesterday. If you didn't watch that, you either live under a rock or you're playing it yourself. By the way, after I stopped recording Dread Mist, I kept playing. So I played for about 7 hours straight. There were some disconnects. There were some updates and things like that, but I kept logging right back in. I might like that game. But we are here because I'd finally decided what our objective would be. My objective is to have an objective. See, in Dreadmist, I sense an issue coming where there's eventually nothing to do because there's only the one map. As far as I'm aware, there might be more. But if I'm not mistaken, that game's download size is actually smaller than Pale Coins, so probably not. If I'm wrong and we'll find out together, assuming you'll stick around for that particular journey. Now, why am I Deathman? Why am I red? Why am I kitted out and so cute to boot? Well, I have been running, I call it the Blood Dimension. I have been running the Blood Dimension I know I've been calling it the Demon Dimension, but after getting the gear, I understand now that they're all about blood. Granted, their damage is dark type, so we can ignore that though, because Blood Dimension sounds cool. Anyway, I've been running the Blood Dimension like it's a raid and insert name here, MMO. And my results are rather consistent. Oh, remember the guy we would run away from? Well, stall against until the portal appeared at the very end? The last time we ran this? That's not an issue now. I'm not going to run this. I just want to... I would love to just show you guys just how I deal with him, but I'm look. Like I said, I have a problem. Okay, I like this game, and I've already proven I can just sit here and run this thing over and over again. Go out, murder orcs in self-defense, come back and sacrifice their hearts without batting an eye, and run this thing until I run out. And by the way, I haven't run out yet. I am close though. As you can see, I have a lot of these now. I've spent more than I currently have acquiring this gear and this thing, this one. Oh, I should probably show you guys what we are currently rocking. I just hit the tab. The first time I opened the inventory, I just hit the tab button like it was the most natural thing in the world. Just expecting the inventory to open. And that feels pretty good. Now, we are currently wearing the Blood Knight helmet. This features... Hold on. Okay. This currently features Physical defense, fire resistance, ice, holy, and dark resistance. I'm wearing it primarily for the dark resistance while I was running the blood dimension. As you'll see here, I've socketed 2 gems into it that give me 14% magic find bonus. Not item find, like down here, like I had on... What was it? I still have it. I haven't sold that. So it should be here. Not you. Not you. This one. So, in the blood dimension, the things you get sometimes have randomized stats, but only if they have this border. I'm trying to think of what it's called. But quality tier or something like that. Yeah, so if they have this border, they've got extra stats. The thing is, running the blood dimension takes a while, and once you get there, your odds of them actually having this border are very low, despite the number of items that are in there. And there are a lot of them. I think there are probably around, no, not 10, maybe 10 if you count the accessories. And then there are blood gems as well, and then blood potions, and then dried out hearts. You can basically get these, but dried out, and I don't know why you would want them. Stop that. Don't look at that yet. So, as I said, I wore this mostly for its dark resistance while in the blood dimension, but that's not entirely true because this also has item find bonus on it, some extra experience, which combined with the necklace we still wear, I haven't found anything better to replace it. With the necklace we still wear, that's 7% extra XP we get, though I also have extra XP on this for a grand total of 17, which I've been using to level so I can get more stats in relevant things. The blood gear actually requires that you have vitality, and not a small amount of it either. 8 is the minimum for the head armor, 6 is the minimum for the cape. I believe the body armor requires 8 as well? Yeah. And then the weapons are absolutely absurd with their vitality requirements. To the point that if you actually think about it, it would make more sense for the armor to have those requirement values than the weapons, but whatever. I just won't get the weapons. Because as you see, we've got a ton of health, and with that ton of health, we also have a lot of, well, defense. And now I'm rocking a goddamn shield with my katana. Anyway, where was I? Right. So, this is basically my drop helmet. This is when I want the good stuff to appear. And so is this one, although it also, as you can see from its, well, hold on. As you can see, this thing has 40% dark resistance, whereas the armor itself only has 20%. Granted, okay, the armor, if I'm not mistaken, the blood armor that you could get from that after you beat the boss in the blood dimension, the armor would have random rolls, but the weapons wouldn't unless they had unless they were of a higher quality tier. But the weapons also had like base modifiers that they would always have no matter what. So you'd at least get something. They weren't good, but they were good enough. So, this is my farming gear for basically getting quality gear to drop. And ooh boy, did it work. Remember, last episode, all I had to increase my item find or my drop rate was this thing. Literally all I had. Do you know what I did while running the blood dimension? Whenever I came across a chest, I put on my thinking cap. Then I would put... Which one were you? This one? Yeah, I would put this one back on because otherwise I couldn't swing my weapon. And I'd do it over and over again, swapping back and forth on each run every time there was a chest to touch. Heck, I even did it when I interacted with the bone piles. Now, with item find, I'm assuming it's different from magic find. Also, this is a completely different piece of armor that I was not aware I had. And this has a 19% item find bonus and mana regen, which is not small. Oh, right. Speaking of that, as you'll see here, the cape also comes with a baked-in 20% movement speed bonus. Yeah, for free. Every single time it's in the shop at the end of the blood dimension. On top of having built-in casting speed bonus and attack speed bonus. Everything else is a random roll. You can see why I have this now, right? The magic find bonus that's natural on it, I wish I could put more on it, but the stuff that could go in it won't grant magic find if it goes on armor. Magic find only works on helmets, and it'll change to something else if I were to use it for armor. So instead I just use the skill. I use the enhanced defense at first when dealing with the boss at the end of the blood dimension, but I didn't even use it the first time I fought and killed him. The first time I did it, I had just the katana and all of the gear I had at the end of last episode. Just that. And I didn't even know the shop appeared or that you could access it as a shop once you killed it. So I didn't have, like, even if I had known, I wouldn't have been able to put this on and use my weapon. I did try to fight him using a bow once, got obliterated. Mostly because the little tentacle things that shoot at you spawn at such a high rate. I was literally shooting at the boss, and then they would get in the way. And then because I can't see the boss charging its laser, I'm still standing where the laser suddenly appears, and I lose 40 health. And evaporate. Anyway, the armor we're currently wearing has just the XP gain, or bonus XP gain. That's just for leveling. So this is our everyday gear, and this one is just for leveling when I need extra stats for some ridiculous piece of loot that we've picked up. Now, speaking of loot that we've picked up, almost everything I have, dropped entirely from the blood dimension. There are some things I got running through the area beyond the rickety bridge. I didn't fight much in the volcano area because I hate having to swap back and forth to the torch, which is the reason why I came out here and just back to back the blood dimension. I wanted to see my enemies as I killed them. Anyway, back to the loot. We have a Wise Fallen Knight helmet that does nothing but sit in my inventory waiting to be sold. I no longer need the stats from this, but I'm going to keep it on the off chance that maybe one day I might want the extra stats just to do more damage. We have the Warden Plate Armor of Magic, which we saw earlier. It has the item find bonus on it. Oh, right. I was starting to talk about the item find bonus and magic find. I'm pretty sure magic find and item find are separate things that work together. I'm operating under the theory that item find is drop rate and magic find is the quality of those drops being boosted, or the chance of the items that do drop being boosted by that percentage. So having them both at the same time is kind of cute. I honestly couldn't say which is more important, but if I had to decide, I would say magic find. Item find is good as it increases the odds of something dropping, but magic find makes that something worth it, and you'll see what I mean when we get to the weapons side. So, what else did we get? We also got the Vital Witch Hunter Cloak. This comes with 25 defense and holy resistance, as well as dark resistance. So there is that. It also has 4 sockets, plus 13 health modifier. Oh, it does have fire resistance thanks to its modifier. Reduced damage taken, bonus XP gain, and some extra mana. Not bad at all. Junked. Junked and junked because, oh, this does have magic find on it. But so does the armor I'm currently wearing, and it's much higher. Haha! Anyway, Arcanist Circlets. Junk. 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 This is the Assassin Combat Armor of Endurance. The crit chance and magic find bonus are way too low to be of any value to me. I was checking the elemental resistance. Junk. I also wore these because they have dark resistance, even though it's only 10%. Anything you can get while you're in there, a huge boon. And I do appreciate the blood armor having the vitality stat. Otherwise, I would not. It would be much harder to actually live through that area. Because when I went through, I didn't just wait for the portal to appear. I killed everything. Every time. Every single run. So we got some XP out of it. Though the boss itself gave us the most every single time. Where are we? Right, this has the minus 4% when buying. I forgot about that so many times. I went out to buy bows, or arrows more accurately, because, well, killing things in the blood dimension from off screen is never not worth it. Though I stopped doing that after a while because the way they move makes it so hard to hit them with the arrows that you literally have to just wait until they stop to attack you, or you have to predict where they're going to go, and that's just silly. Moving on. Let's see, we have the Fiery Druid Robe. Junk. I might want it for the holy resistance, and it has item find on it, so it won't be too bad. This can go now. Dark resistance on top of magic find, but you lose 21% movement speed. Not worth it. 30% crit chance. All of those stats are too low. What are we currently wearing on our hands? Lucky Assassin bracers. I'm pretty sure these dropped from the lizards we fought last episode. And this one's got pretty nice stats. I wish the crit chance was a little higher, say 5%, but this can go now because the damage taken has just become passe. This has item find and magic find. Plus 50 defense, 50% physical defense, and no slowdown whatsoever. It also comes with dark resistance. I wish I didn't check any of the gear that I was getting because I wanted to do that once you guys came back. That's right. Even while you're gone, I think about you. Mother fricker, get off of my body. Oh, I dropped it. That's it. That's actually worse. Let's get away from that, shall we? Where was I? Vital Witch Hunter hat. Too bad they don't have a set effect. That might actually make it worthwhile to equip something that isn't just the best, latest thing you've found. This has all of the good stuff. Bonus XP, item find, magic find, some health, some mana, dark resistance. But like I said, I didn't know I had any of this stuff because I didn't look at it. I would pick it up, and that was it. We do have magic. Yeah, we do have magic find on the helmet, though it is artificial. Now, what is this? The Lich Mantle of Health. Dark resistance. So, I think... I'm not entirely sure. I think when you have a modifier that adds an element, it is multiplicative with the element's stat. But I'm not entirely sure. Because in the blood dimension, in that shop at the end, I saw a piece of gear that had bonus dark resistance as well. But there was also an extra, it said like plus 10 or something. I don't really remember. That was a while ago now. So I mean, I don't hate having the extra dark resistance, but you'd have a heck of a time unless you know what kind of damage they deal beforehand. You just have no reason to assume anything. Yeah, that's what we picked up. Yeah, let's lock that. It's got ice resistance, but I don't really care. Let's go here first. So we've got the Prayer's Cross. Okay, I don't mind taking 18% less damage. I wonder if that has a cap. What in the world? Gold Ring of Resistance. 29% fire resistance, 26% dark resistance, 13% ice resistance, and 27% holy resistance. Yeah, that is a ring of resistance. The blood dimension also had rings, but they had like vitality baked in, and it was of varying values. I think it maxed out at 10. So I didn't really care about them, and you can only wear... I don't think it even shows. I'm assuming you can only wear the one accessory, because like you only have, let's see, yeah, you only have, I guess you wear rings on your neck and you don't have hands. So, that's the thing. I mean, it would be fine if we could like wear a necklace and then a ring. I get that they won't let us wear 10 rings, or even, how many would it be if they were each on every other finger? Every other finger would have to cut them in half, right? So you're looking at about 6. 6 rings. You could do some dirty stuff with 6 rings in any particular game that allows you to wear them anyway. Molded skull. It's not mold, it's green crystal, but I mean, it looks like it's acting like mold, so regardless, it gives us 8% extra damage for summoned creatures and plus 15%, plus 15 seconds to their summon duration. There was also, I think, there was a helmet in the blood dimension that also gave summon duration. I think. And then some of these other ones are just extra stats, just for the sake of extra stats. As you'll see, we have 10,000 gold because there are a lot of bones in the blood dimension, and I shall have no mercy on corpses that hide loot. As you'll see, we have a lot of mana potions and many health potions, though fewer than we should, because the blood dimension boss is a bit of a hassle. Berserker potion. Okay. Increases the damage. And then we have 132 berries that I'm hoping I can do something alchemical with, let's say. Perhaps make small health potions? Regardless, here we have... Alright. Oh, right. There's also this. So, I've been buying a lot. 10,000 is not all I had. It's not all I gathered during my time running through the blood dimension. I picked up so many blueprints, and I clicked them all, and now all I get is when I click these. On occasion, when I buy one, it's something new. Also, ignore the dirt border on that one gem. So, on our way through the blood dimension repeatedly, as well as the other side stuff we did along the way, we picked up a number of gems. Stat gems, skill gems. And so let's check them out. Here we have frozen shards, which can be socketed into runes, which means we'll never ever see what this does. Because I'm not going to use a rune. Why should I, when my sharp stick slaps so hard? Here we have magic defense, which I don't hate, but it's based on you being deep into the mage tree, or mage build, which I am not. I could go for this, and I'm tempted, for sure. I think this is the second one we have, so I can put this into something. I think my armor's naked. It's got 2 sockets. I wish it was 3. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Enhanced defense is always a good one when you have no other options. I don't have a two-handed weapon yet, so I can't test this. And now I'm saying I don't have a two-handed weapon. I know I do. I just don't know if I have one I can equip. So we've got multiple of these, which is cool. I wish I had, as you can see, I've got the priest rune here. I wish I could slot these spell runes into or these spell gems into something that wasn't a rune. That restriction sucks. I get it though, because then what's the point of any of the mage gear, right? I don't hate this, but I don't have any daggers, and remember the caveat when I say something like that. I don't have any daggers that I can slot this into. Charge shot as usual. These drop from the bone piles, though you need boosted item chance to see them. I think I got one without any boosted item chance though. Backstep. What is the difference here? Oh, backstep is okay. I get it. Backstep moves you backwards from your facing direction, while dodge requires you go into your facing direction. So if you want to, say, put it on or use it with a weapon that has a slow attack speed, so you want to hit and run, that's the term. And you want to use it in a hit and run manner, you go with backstep, not dodge. So, as for our stat gems, we have a large black gem, triangular, minus 2% damage taken when put on helmets, bonus physical defense on armor, and 4% physical damage when on weapons. 4% physical damage on weapons. That's not good at all. Because the values are sub 100, you don't want, even if it weren't, a single digit percentage is not valuable. It becomes more valuable the higher you go numerically, but that's real bad as far as the weapon modification goes. Now this is interesting. An 18% chance to inflict fire damage, plus 33.33 health per second. And then for weapons, you get dark and fire. Also, speaking of which, while I was in the blood dimension, I'm sure that you see this effect on the blade? I'm sure that went away while I was in there. I'm not sure whether the dark damage was being dealt or not. But it's entirely possible that bit was being negated by the enemies in there being dark element. Where were we? This right. So that's 7 extra damage across 2 different elements, which means almost always you're going to be getting at least one of these, regardless of what you're fighting. So it's just always bonus damage. This is less good. 6% magic find on helmets, nearly 1 stamina per second on armor, and then on weapons you get 2 fire and 3 holy damage. Dark damage, item find, dark resistance. Wow, that is absurdly better for item find. Disgustingly better. With this, I could flex out of the cape we're currently wearing into something else, but I would need a helmet that is just so good with such stats as you cannot even imagine. And multiple sockets, 3 to 4 at least. This inflicts freeze, extra. The mana regen is actually valuable. Ice resistance, ice damage, 2 mana. Dark resistance, 13% item find. Just these two alone would absolutely change the way things turn out in terms of farming gear. And then we have the much, much lesser gems. We can ignore them. I want to tell you where I got this and how much effort it took to get, but I don't know if we'll ever run into it again. What it came from, I eventually killed. On the second try, in fact. Was it? Yeah, it was, but it took a long time because of where the guy spawned. Okay, and now... Oh, wait. I almost forgot. The skill gem, Hail of Arrows. Why does it have the dirt border? No idea. It's not like it can have a modifier on it. Imagine if it could. It's weird that it does have the... I don't know. I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing. But let me just scroll down this list real quick so you can understand what we've done. Yeah. So let's get right into it. We have the Saw Blade. 75 physical damage. In exchange, it requires 48 strength to wield. Comes with 3 sockets, backstep, and force wave, and it counters attacks, which is good. We like gear that counters attacks. Don't be like a spear. Be better than a spear. This comes with 15 dark damage. Oh, that's just delicious. A 13% chance to lower the target's dark defense by 7%. Does it stack, or is that just a singular instance? Does it have a duration? Is there an indication that it's in effect? Yeah, I like that. I mean, we'll eventually get our strength up there, but right now, 'tis but a dream. We have the Flamberge of Health. This is a 2-handed sword with 62 physical damage, requiring 32 strength and 8 dexterity to wield. Scaling with each, but better with strength, as you would expect. This scales has a C rank scaling with strength. This comes with backstep, whirlwind blades, and 7 extra health and can counter attacks. I did try the dash attack using a mace before. It's not as good as I thought it would be. Here we have a composite bow that requires 40 dexterity and has soul scaling with it. It deals 61 physical damage at base and has charged shot and hail of arrows and nothing else. This has a 48% chance to recover some health on kill, but not great. Fire damage. At this point, extra damage like that isn't at least 10 especially for this stat requirement. No, not worth it. I'm not going to skip the dirt borders anymore. That was just for that one, because I thought there would be something unique about it, which just takes all the wind out of my sails when it comes to these. I know these are going to actually be worth the dirt border, but still, you understand, right? Anyway, none of these other ones are going to be really worth it. Right, yeah, we don't need to do that with the gems. For these, though, these can go. Dark Executioner's Sword, 35 strength, 14 dark damage, and it comes with Eagle Slash. You know, I was first on the fence about Eagle Slash, but after using it so many times against the Blood Dimension boss, I've actually come to appreciate it. Like, it deals damage twice and scoots you backwards. The number of times that's pushed me out of the way of retaliatory damage from the boss, because it would hit for 15 health, and back then I had only 30 something. So between dodging its attacks and the shots from the tentacles that spawn, things got wild real fast. So having it push me out of the way of that thing's damage was always valuable. This is not worth anything to me. So now we have the dirt border stuff. Let's go ahead and see what there is to see. This is the longbow, featuring 61 damage in exchange for 38 dexterity. It comes with multi-shot, which shoots 3 arrows at once. See, that's what I thought the other one did. Hail of arrows. I was thinking about it, and I guess it makes more sense that multi-shot does this and Hail of Arrows does the other thing. I was initially thinking their names could be exchanged. Also, this only has the physical damage reduced to 60%, whereas Hail of Arrows has it reduced by, how much was it? Oh, down to 25%. Yeah, suck it. So, this has 6% gained experience, 16% magic find, 10% attack speed, and 3% crit damage. I don't know which of these stats might be baked in, and seeing as the only other one we currently can see is also dirt bordered, I don't imagine we'll find out anytime soon, unless they share stats in some way. As for the skills, this thing only has charged shot. So I'm guessing the XP gain is base. This also grants 14 health, 20% fire resistance, extra crit chance, which is always welcome. And a 10% chance to inflict 6 poison damage per second. I don't hate it. I wish it had better skills. For now, we'll hold on to them both. This is going to be good for farming and grinding, which means it's just an all-around good weapon to have. And hopefully multi-shot is actually good. And it doesn't say shoot the arrows in a spread, like a 90-degree spread. That would rankle, without question. Then we have the Dark Spear. It features 57 physical damage. Its strength and dexterity requires 18 points in each stat and has scaling with them both at a rank of D. It also comes with 3 sockets, backstep, and evasive strike. And for its dirt border bonus, it comes with extra dark damage. 10% movement speed bonus, a 10% chance to inflict an additional 11 ice damage because, you know, the extra dark damage wasn't enough. And then, because none of that was enough, an extra 13% chance to lower the target's dark defense by 18%. I hope there are more dimensions aside from the blood one. Oh, that reminds me. I started thinking about a fire dimension, and that led me to remember the volcano from last episode, or the fire area from last episode. I apologize. I had to cut out the wandering there because it just wasn't going to work. It like the message said, it literally turned into a slideshow, and frankly, that term is generous for what happened. It literally dropped the frame rate to 1, maybe every time I entered a new screen. It was not a good time, so I had to remove it, which meant rendering the video a second time. But it's fine because it was the weekend and everything, and it wasn't going to be going up immediately. So this comes with fire damage, an 8% chance to then inflict more fire damage per set. Well, to burn the enemy. And then it also, on top of that, as if it wasn't enough to do all of that other stuff, locked, by the way, it comes with a 24% chance to inflict 19 bleed damage per second. And this requires 30 strength. Is it worth it? That sort of screwed us. I guess it's alright. So, here we have the Chain Splitter. I don't know why it's called that, but that's what it's called. It deals 47 damage at base, I guess we can say, even though that's boosted by the stats I currently have. And then it requires 29 strength and scales with that at a rank of D. Comes with 2 sockets and Eagle Slash, and nothing else whatsoever for that, this one, or this one. No one cares. I still haven't used or seen what Sword Stab is like, so maybe one day. So this one has fire damage, more fire damage, and then a chance to burn the enemy, which, okay. Junk. Basilard. A dagger featuring 46 physical damage, 39 dexterity as a requirement, and scaling with it. This one lets you throw the dagger. Okay. This is the iced obsidian spear of poison we picked up last episode. I was going to wear this, but apparently I still need my helmet to wear anything of value, and that makes me sad. I guess we'll go ahead and put that on then, because we're still too weak. Anyway, going back, I guess we start here. Basilard, right, the Dark Club. I don't know if this is the one we found originally or if this is a new one. It's locked already, so I'm assuming it's the one we found last episode. In case you need a refresher, it comes with fire resistance, dark damage, 9% crit chance, 8% crit damage, counters attacks, and because none of that was enough, it also comes with a 10% chance to inflict 16 ice damage. You know, just because. So, with the helmet on, I can now equip this. I knew I could equip this, which is why I was put off when I looked at it and saw the strength requirement was in red. So, we can put this on now. And this, in case you weren't here, this features an extra 7 ice damage, 6% chance to inflict 24 more ice damage, and a 15% chance to also inflict 3 poison damage per second. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine to be jealous. I understand. So, moving on to the Blessed Trident, it features 43 physical damage. We can equip it at a strength of 15, dexterity of 10. It scales mostly with dexterity, but with some strength as well. Comes with 3 sockets, backstep, and multi-thrust, and 4 holy damage. 14 dark damage with a chance to... I'm guessing all of the stuff that has the extra dark damage and the lower the target's dark defense, I'm guessing all of that comes from the blood dimension. I'm tempted to actually keep this because with multi-thrust, the extra 14 dark damage will bring that up to actually be more valuable than the basic attacks, I think. Granted, that costs a twinge of mana on top of stamina, but I think I'm okay with that. Why are you locked? What do you feature? Oh, you are an inferior product. Here we have the steel bow, 39 physical damage. The strength requirements no longer matter. Or the requirements. Stat requirements? That's fine. Don't matter anymore. Here, we have the Dirt Border Rapier. Features 39 physical damage, 31 dexterity as a requirement, so we can't even put it on. 3 sockets, and backstep. This isn't worth it. Junk. That's right. We junk dirt borders that don't mean anything to us. Here we have a short bow, 39 damage, 30 dexterity as a requirement, hail of arrows, which makes me sad now that I know multi-shot exists, although I haven't seen multi-shot, so it could suck. It also comes with minus reduced damage taken at 11%, 13% more movement speed, 30% attack speed bonus, and a 12% chance to inflict 8 holy damage, because why the frick not? So that would actually really benefit Hail of Arrows. I don't know if the attack speed bonus would, but it doesn't really matter. Locked. Then we have another rapier, which features item find, magic find, and some attack speed bonus. The ice resistance is not worth considering. At this point, I don't think these bows are even worth keeping, right? Well, they do deal 39 damage. But anyway, I picked up the Bone Crusher. I'm pretty sure this came from one of the obelisks that we fought in the volcano. Like I said, I did go back through there, but I got tired of having to pull out a torch. So, yeah. So this requires just raw strength at 27 and comes with the air pull skill, which pulls enemies toward you. I don't know why I would ever want that. I'd need to know its range and how far it pulls them, which are 2 different things, in case you're wondering. Then it comes with Crush All. Sacrifice life points and deal damage equal to 15% of the target's HP on top of dealing 8 physical damage. This consumes 7 of your health and 5 mana, which is not bad. But is that 15% of their current health or max? Because I'm going to go ahead and assume it's current, because max would let you cheese boss, well, I say cheese, but basically it would let you chew through boss health so quickly. Granted, you need to be tanky as frick, but oh, and just because, this also comes with an 11% chance to then reduce the target's health by another 5%. Because why not? Locked? I'm on the fence about the rapier. That's why I didn't lock it immediately. So, we'll start with these Bardishes because these are the ones I bought from the Blood Shop. I bought this one because it has, well, they also did have, some of them had, well, they all had the unique skill Bloody Cut, which is basically the same as that knife skill, but it deals so much more damage. Just so much more. I think with the knife skill, it was like you dealt I'm pretty sure it's Assassin's Stab that deals 80%. Where's that knife at? That doesn't have a skill. We should still have it. There it is. Deep Cut. So it just deals... So instead of scaling with your damage, it just says you do this damage when you use this skill. Like I said, it's just so much better. And like I also said, they all had their own unique baked-in modifiers, and this 20% chance to recover a single health on hit is the Bardish's baked-in modifier. This one, however, appeared in the shop as well, and came with the evasive strike. The other two are baked in no matter what. The reason I got this was because it had multi-thrust, which should be okay with the modifier, but moving on. This comes with 12 I was going to say extra, but this comes with 12 fire damage, 6 extra XP, 6% gained, no, 6% bonus XP, and an 8% chance to inflict burn for 6 damage. Pretty good, right? Yeah, so I bought it. These aren't cheap. I'm pretty sure this is like 8 gold or 8 blood coins. The armor is even more expensive. Here we have the Moon Piercer. The Moon Piercer of Mana Steel. Deals physical damage of 34, requires 3 strength and 23 dexterity, scaling only with dexterity. It's a dagger, so that makes me sad. This comes with 2 sockets and dodge, and it has a chance to recover some mana on hit. Cool. Too bad you don't have anything to do with that mana in the meantime. I mean, I guess if you had something that consumed mana over time, like the shield skill, or the one that increases your physical damage, I guess that could be fine. I'm going to keep this because maybe not. Like I said, the requirement is really high, which is weird, but whatever. I'm perfectly fine with getting armor that makes me tankier, have better drop rates, and so on. And the armor, like I said in the Blood Dimension shop, also came with their own unique modifiers every time you would enter the shop on a new run, rather than having to wait for them to be have a quality border. The Blessed Sword of Obsidian. I'm pretty sure this stuff came from the Blood Dimension too. 32 physical damage, requiring 16 strength, and it doesn't even scale. Junk them all. Because I need not care. Anyway, I picked up a Celestial Rune. I cannot tell you where. I do not remember. It comes with Well, its normal magic attack does 31 dark damage. I'm guessing this came from the blood dimension, based on what I'm seeing. Which costs 3 mana. It requires 15 intelligence and scales solely with that. It features the skill Cursed Touch, which reduces the enemy's resistance. Then it also comes with Summon Celestial Guardian, which is most curious considering that this is clearly a dark type or a dark element piece of equipment, which is maybe why the arm is black. I don't know. Anyway, it gives you an extra 30 mana. It also comes with the 31% chance to recover mana on kill, 32 on hit, or a 32% chance to recover 2 on hit. I don't know if this works, if those modifiers work with summons. Also, the Celestial Guardian requires health and mana as its cost. I find myself intrigued. I don't know what happened there. I hit F, things got weird. So let's go back up to the top before I completely forget. We're supposed to start here. We have the short sword with the dirt border. Requires 27 strength. Has sword stab. Comes with 26% dark resistance, 14 stamina, and a 12% chance to inflict 19 ice damage. Okay. Not bad, not good. Okay. Then we have Sorcerer's Staff. Hold on. I just saw it, and I'm looking at the requirements now, and I'm just sad. Oh, right, I did learn something. No, we saw that last episode. Remember at the crossroads where the well, I said it was a crossroads, but there's literally only one way you can go there. There was a chest, and it required 30 dexterity for the lockpicking skill to successfully open it. And then we find that there's a sorcerer's staff that just lets you unlock chests. And then this comes with mana regen, so you just wait 20 seconds and you've got almost all of that back. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and lock that just because. Magic Missile deals holy and dark damage for a grand total of 24 damage, and that's not bad. I'm never going to use it for that, though. Now, if this came with the Magic Missile and the unlocking, sure. I mean, at this point, we don't need you. We need better than you. Here we have a Mage Runestone. Cast a small fireball. Yeah, this isn't good. I'm guessing the 11% dark damage only applies if the item actually deals that element. So, yeah. I did use the Venomous Tail, and I even took it into the Blood Dimension. It's not bad, but it's not good either. Arming Sword of Mana, I'm pretty sure we had that at the end of the episode. Rain of Fire. This does also come with an extra skill. So the burn chance is inherent, and so is the mana. Frankly, having 3 skills is better. Lich Staff, summon an army of undead. We're never going to get to 20 magic. Don't I have one of those locked already? Pretty sure I do. I guess not. Oh, there it is. What are you, buddy? Sword of Mars. Comes with 24 physical damage, requiring 15 strength and 5 intelligence. It features the skill Lightning Step. Step forward with lightning speed, a distance of 40, and consumes 2 mana to use. It also comes with Lightning Slash. Step forward and deliver a blow charged with lightning, which deals 33 fire damage, consuming 5 stamina and 4 mana. It also comes with 10% attack speed bonus, and it counters attacks. Okay, that's not bad. And that's pretty much it for all of the stuff that we got. I guess there's this. Cast a ring of ice around you and freeze your foes. Goodness. That took forever. I mean, I guess we can take this out for a spin. We need to change this to... Oh, that's awkward. Yeah. And then we'll put this on there. See that it could have been good if it weren't. No, it's okay. So it goes in the. I'm having him walk in one direction, but it's going in the direction of the cursor. So that is. Oh, right. I forgot about these guys. I didn't even know where we would end up once we crossed that. Shut up. Oh, right. Did I tell you guys I lost the fear of death? The blood dimension will do that to you. We need to find this thing. I mean, the blood dimension is all about being afraid of dying all the time, to the point that any place that isn't guaranteed to kill you, 385 gold. Any place that isn't guaranteed to kill you, doesn't matter. I was expecting a load screen. Shame on me, I guess. So this is where we came from. I don't know where this goes or this. This looks like it's more interesting though, so... Right. We have to do this now. I like having the potion here, just as an emergency oh crap button. I guess we can get rid of the dagger. Torch, that's what I'm looking for. I do need to go back and sell these things, but that'll have to wait until the end of the episode. Or after the episode's done. I didn't mean to do that. At least I know where to find it. Which, it's on 5. What are our stats, anyway? Currently have 11 strength and dexterity. Is at 15. I did want to test out you. dagger. God, our stats are super low. What were we? Right, the Sword of Mars. Lightning Step is too awkward, so I'll stick to that. There's no point in me trying to use anything like the Shield Bash. Come on. Remember the whole lost my fear of death thing. I wish I could have my other helmet, but I need to add the strength. I need to add enough strength to make up for its loss. And then we can have all of that extra magic find and item find and... oh... such sights as you have never seen. But for now... do we have anything new we can even equip? I mean, we did just get this, and it comes with multi-shot, so I guess we can see what that's like at least. Something's about to happen. Yeah, that's about what I figured. Ah. We're definitely going to need a bow then. We also can do this. You see the spread on that? Gross. I also can't regen stamina. Yeah, and don't come back. Not until I can see you without getting cheesed by your flame breath. Oh, by the way, remember that area where the walls looked breakable? I found the other way in, and I don't remember what I got out of it, since I did the blood dimension runs, and all of my drops just ran together after that. So yeah, I went there. What the? I thought I... Really? So it's literally just... okay. Oh, I almost opened that. Thank goodness I didn't. Nothing great, but after all, it is all RNG. Oh, we don't need the torch anymore, do we? Well, hold on. Remember, well, we can always go back to that one area, so it's fine. Good lord. I spent so long playing Dread Mist. I ended up in the gamer position. Back hunched, neck stretched out. I could feel it only after I actually got up. which I didn't do for so very long. Dang, man. All of the stuff I got, and I can't equip a goddamn thing. Man, that makes me super sad. I guess. What is our current one doing for us? It's obviously better because extra physical damage, which means we're dealing 40 per shot with an 8% chance to crit. But this one has ice damage, 5% crit chance. We'll do that for now. Yeah. I didn't imagine we were going to be seeing any other enemies. The entire purpose. Ow, mother frickin'. Okay. So that's how it's going to be, huh? You don't think I can kill you, boy? Let's see, he deals fire damage, so taking the Sword of Mars would be extremely stupid. Do we have any better options? He deals fire damage. Fire resistance on this is 20%. So that would be a good way to go about it. Especially because once I kill him, he's going to drop stuff. I can use the bow with this, but I can't use the sword. That's not true. I can use the sword. Put enough dexterity in. So yeah. So we have that option. We unfortunately don't have many others. Actually, if I had to... No, even if I had to... It's 18 and 18. I would need more points in strength. I could use the shield. I may as well, since I have it equipped, right? This one rock does not appear to be breakable. Motherfricker. I can wait, buddy. Can you say the same, Imperial? I hear no more flapping. Doesn't block that. Got lucky. Mother fricker. I almost died. Dang, he goes up quickly now. I could just hit him with a bow, but remember that fear of death thing I was talking about? I no longer fear the Reaper, for I am him. Now, we all know the Reaper doesn't laugh maniacally. He just comes in and does the job. Mother frickin'. Stop going up there or I will shoot you. I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it, but it's making me. I think I understand. Me going to the side where it can't do anything is forcing it to do that. But it's not like I'm about to just sit in the thing's face and let it breathe on me either, so we're at an impasse. He's done. Why do you have a pail going? Wow, got nothing out of that. This wasn't worth it at all. Oh well. Nope. I do appreciate that you can't just put a shield on first and then end up with no weapon. Actually, we don't need to walk since I know where we're going. We can just go directly to the volcano again and then right here. Welcome back. I say that because I had originally intended to end the video. But because well, it's a 3-part issue. Possibly. It might just be 2. We'll see when we get there. So, the earlier part of this episode you saw, I originally just ended the video. Did the whole outro thing, went about my business and turned it off, right? Stopped recording. But it was only because, the reason I did it was because I entered that area. I don't know if I'm going to, hold on. It's around here somewhere. There, yeah, it's definitely here. There? Oh, here it is. So, I entered an area where the frame rate dropped. It was the magma area, like last episode. Yeah, last episode. So I'm probably going to cut that out. I don't know how it's going to turn out yet, but I did that, and because I was concerned the video might end up lagging like it did then, I just cut the video. I just cut the episode there, right? But I realized at the video's very beginning, I had spent so much time talking about all of the weapons I had acquired through the blood dimension grinding that I was doing, that even though I fought a boss and everything, that just didn't feel adequate to me for the purposes of, well, the video feeling like an actual video and not just a podcast with a bit of gameplay. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, after I ended the recording, I later saw in the, with the way the recording ended, if there are encoding issues, we actually do need to go up there, but if there are actually encoding issues, the OBS doesn't actually stop immediately once you hit stop recording. So that's how I would have known that that the video itself would have had the lag like it did last episode. But it didn't do that. So I ended up feeling guilty. And it occurred to me I could just start recording again, but I didn't do it that day. I said, screw it, I've got anime to watch, and then proceeded to not watch any at all until yesterday, which was Sunday. Yesterday night, anyway. The reason I was walking around out there was because I was looking for someone, but he never spawned. I don't know if he ever will again because I killed him. Well, I defeated him. He was still alive when I left. But I debated whether... Frick. I was out there long enough that her inventory reset. I came over here before. I started recording, but that business is going to be cut out. I came here before, and I don't need to do that yet. And she had 8 of the healing herbs, or small herbs. In case you're curious, I didn't acquire anything new. Not that I'm aware of. So I debated whether I should actually record or not, or start recording again, and I procrastinated long enough to where it just became I'll do a little bit extra on Monday, and here we are. Originally, I had planned to Originally, I had planned to make a big fuss about how I was not actually feeling guilty about it and things like that. But that's a hassle, and I forgot, and I didn't leave myself any room to fit that in, so here we are. Now, you may wonder why Jesse here doesn't have anything extra to say. That's because I did all of that off camera. I found this guy's gear. If you ask Jesse where his stuff is, where this guy's stuff is. It was a, uh, why would I ever tell you that? You have the option to threaten him or not. I considered it, but considering that we are in their camp, I don't think they'd just turn on us and we'd have to kill them all. But I just figured I like being able to buy stuff from this guy, so why not just let it lie, right? So I went with whatever the other option was, and he ended up just basically telling me where the frick to find the goods, right? So if you choose the other option, he'll say something along the lines of, they're somewhere nearby. You know what's nearby if you've come this way enough times, right? Caves. And there are only two. And there's only one immediately nearby. Any further and you risk going out to where the goblins and other things are. Though I highly doubt they see the the floating essence things that I just interacted with a little while ago that spawned the pale goblins, I guess we can call them. So, putting two and two together, I realized I had 4 on my hands, and so I went down into the nearest cave. And not only was this guy's, the chest with this guy's stuff in it there, but there was also another chest that had stuff in it, like right underneath it, for some reason. I opened them both and took everything. I came back and talked to this guy again, just on a whim, and he said, somebody's been messing with my chest. I think we both know who it was. And then he never had anything else to say about it. Probably because I am a walking nightmare. I'm not a weapons platform quite yet, but I am working on it. So let's get Leonard his goods. No, that gold is mine. That gold is mine. I have your wares. Oh, thank you so much. How did you get the wares back from these bandits? Actually, I don't care for the methods. But you still need the bridge to the east has to be repaired. I guess I can go give that guy the money. I don't want to, but I'll do it because I want to see what I get out of this. Also, I need to fix the bridge for the other guy in the outlaw camp. No, hey there, Gorin. Who goes there? I'm just an adventurer. Your last adventurer ended up stranded here. But I heard someone helped that Icefall idiot already. Think about the adventurer. The bridge broke down a while ago. How did you end up here on this side of the river? I don't think you belong to Baldur's men, do you? I don't know how I came here. Let's just pretend we don't know Baldur. We've got other things we need to do here that require us to feign ignorance. I know when someone is lying to me. Anyway, is there something you need? I'll go through this whole spiel. We'll just go through this to get it out of the way. Tell me about your camp. Me and Baldur used to work together before he got too soft for my liking. So I beat the crap out of him. He left the camp, taking a few of my men with him. Apparently he also took the hammers, so the smith here can't actually do any work. I'm not going to mention Randolph. I'm just going to do what Baldur said and give this guy some extra men from across the bridge which requires the bridge to be repaired, and I'm not going to miss 400 gold now. So, you, really, a nobody like you asking for work. I'm not a nobody. Words hurt. Well then, there is something I'm interested in. The King's Ruby. If you want to do something, start with that. Supposedly the ruby is buried somewhere in the royal crypt. And that's where exactly? The crypt is located in the capital. You'll certainly find it once you visit the graveyard. Accessing the crypt is your problem, though. Okay. Oh. Man, I am upset that I didn't come up here sooner. Let's make sure there's nothing else of value. We need to go repair the bridge. That requires us to go to Old Forest again. Let's make sure this guy didn't come back. We'll take these berries. Wait. Yeah, this is the right way. Can't tell. Let's see if we can get him to... Okay. Okay, so he's working on it, but it's in progress. And just like that, it's done. Hey, you're done with the bridge. Sure. You had a strong... you had a strong argument. Is that all you have to say to me? Apparently so. First, let's see if there's anything or anyone. No. Screw it. We'll take the shortest cut possible and just go. Where was it again? Bandit camp. And that was for the ruby. This guy needed the bridge. The bridge to the east is repaired. That's some good news. How did you get the lazy guy to repair it? Never mind. I think I know the answer already. Alright, that's everything. What do I get out of this? Thank you so much for everything, friend. We've met the caravan. We can talk about your payment there. Where exactly? I don't... it's under escape. Bandit camp, King's plans, find King's ruby. Okay, I don't know why. Jesse has Leonard's wares. Not really return them, at least not for free. We're outside the camp. Found some goods in a chest near it. Satisfied with my work, we'll go back to his caravan. I don't know where that's supposed to be. But I would imagine once I leave and come back, he will be gone, right? Naturally. He has nothing to say about the guy being gone now, which is fine. still have to deal with him having Randolph imprisoned, but that's an issue for another time. Right now, I want to go back to the outlaw camp. First, we'll check here again. Yeah, I guess the guy really isn't going to appear again. Or maybe he'll only appear somewhere else that he's appeared before now. I'm talking about the guy in the... A few episodes ago, we came across a guy or a thing in a robe, and it spoke in a language that we didn't understand. I crossed paths with it again some time ago, off camera, and I spoke to it as I always do, and for some reason it decided to rise up, and it chose violence. And soon after, I met the load screen. Tried to go back. The guy doesn't appear all the time, so I just went about my business. Then I came back later, and I took care of that problem. And I got the coin that I showed you last episode, I think. Yeah. Life is great when you're not struggling for coin. Camp, heard about your fight with Goran. Went of my own accord. We have to still do the thing to find out what the king's plans are, which is fine. For now, though, potions, that's what I was trying to click on. Okay. Now I can spam whatever the frick I want for a good while. So, what is it we need to do next? We need to cross the rickety bridge. I'm still looking out for the guy as well as those essence points to interact with. I don't know what to do with those coins yet, but once I do, you'll be the second to find out. Now, the reason why I'm crossing the rickety bridge is because there's a particular place we need to go. I don't remember the specifics, but this wasn't like this before. Ah, hello there. If you're looking for a trip to the academy, I have to disappoint you. We're already on our way back to the capital. And how do I get there? Basically, you only need to follow the road south until you find Roland's farm. From there, keep heading east, and you'll end up in front of the capital. But without the official permit, you'll not be allowed into the capital. Is there a way to get one? Usually, everyone had to submit a form which was processed over a few weeks, but now it's no longer as easy as it once was. If you want to enter the capital soon, you should ask Grenmark, one of the highest-ranking royal guards, about it. You'll find him south of the capital in a camp of the royal army. And where's the academy? When you follow the road north of here, and head east, as soon as you reach the Stonehenge, you'll find yourself at the gates of the Martin Passage. Behind the passage lies the academy.
However, the gates to the passage are usually closed for people without an explicit permit. Raiders have gathered in the passage and attacked people and merchants. That's why we, the Royal Guard, have to protect the people who want to visit the Academy.
Neat. Good for you. I don't remember where Clemens, the guy who we just gave his stuff back to him, I don't remember where Clemens said that the whatchamacallit would be his caravan. Since that whole interaction was a very, very long time ago. Oh, I can actually use this? Why the frick am I... Wait, this is... Yeah, it's a shield. Why am I using this other rickety thing? This shield is on this one. And now, it's on my person. I don't know what the stats of this shield are compared to the one I just got rid of. But I think the one that we just put on doesn't have a speed penalty. So it shouldn't be holding us back from moving a lot quicker now. I mean, we are flying in the background there. So yeah, having... Well, this just gives movement speed, and that's just fine. I can't sell my fists. Noted. Wait, I bought these for a reason, right? Yeah. Guess I'll hold on to that. Though it's weaker than the one I currently am using by 5? Multi-shot is just a much better. I think it's on 3. Yeah, so this has 31 damage plus the 9, so it's actually 40. So we're only missing 4. That's actually really good. The only real issue is that it has a much lower, well, a crit chance is lower by 3%. But that's fine. I've got enough moxie to make up the difference. What else was I wanting to use? Right, this guy. Alright, there's another spear on my 4. Wait, I want... Yeah, so I can't have a shield with a spear, which sucks. There's no good reason that you can't. They just won't allow it. Anyway, whining and moaning aside, we'll go ahead and save because I tend to forget about that.
North is the Marin Cliffs. East is the capital. Which is weird because he said head south to go to the capital. He did say bandits are up this way. And the guy's caravan. I was hoping I'd come across this. It's you again. How can I help you? But first, here's a little something for helping me out. This is a little trinket amongst traders. Traders. May it serve you well. My good friend, might you have something to sell a man who is 15,000 golds rich? Gold rich, not golds. I think I bought an apple. Wow, you really don't have a lot, do you? Map of Grenmark. Yeah, sure, whatever. I can't imagine there's a good reason I would actually want this. I know it's for use in crafting through the blueprint system, but wow, he had a whole lot of nothing to sell. But he did give me something, I remember. Leonard's statue. Reduced gold cost when buying items. I could combine this with with those cuffs. Bracers, my mistake. I could combine them with these, 20% off when buying things. And that is a worthwhile discount. So, yes, we keep that. I forgot we had this. This would have been useful in the fight against the dragon, now that I think about it. Just 30% extra damage not taken. Or 30% less damage taken from its breath attacks. Yeah, okay. Oh, right, we need to add this and this. Wait. Piece of a letter. The letter states that there is a strange aura surrounding the Stonehenge, and it seems to be signed by Gregor. Well, at least they don't teleport like the other ones do. Because that's really annoying. I used too many of them. By the way, I've learned that you can't just interact with the right side of the screen or any of these sides of the screen and just move to a new area. It doesn't work like that. It'll only work if there's an actual road in that direction, and only in a limited area around that road. So, as you see, we were able to cross, but higher up, it wouldn't let me. I'm guessing the guy that's walking around isn't the one that's talking. Well, who do we have here? You better get off our road quickly. You don't want these problems, friend.
Oh.
I tried to tell you. I did try to tell him, right? I might have forgotten. I do that. Anyway, buddy, that was a warning shot. Next time I won't be so kind. Ooh. Can I open this? Yes. Which means, what do we have on? Yep, this is the one. Only gold. Got it. Since you're here, I clicked the right mouse button, but for some reason it did not let me do the right mouse button things. Anyway, swapping back. I don't know how I feel about the shield. It says it's supposed to freeze, but that's a lie. So is freeze not an actual freeze, but a chill that only slows? That's silly. Here lies Queen Miriam. May the water bring peace to her troubled spirit. It occurs to me I could just use the priest rune. Look, I'm not going to farm these guys, but as long as they are in my way, I will take their lives. I think he was going to throw something, and then I hit him with the gaze, and he thought better of it, maybe? Not sure. Ah, I have this for the holy resistance. But this thing only has 10% to start with, because as you see, to the right of its holy resistance value, it says plus 10. That's kind of sad. But the 20% is still useful. On its own. I need to take this helmet off. Eventually I will remember to switch to the spear. Looks like there might be another dungeon up ahead. Let's see what happens over here first. Oh, it would be nice to know how these things work. Hey! You don't happen to know how to open that stone door, don't you? No. I already thought so. And who are you? You can call me Quentin. How about you? Ah, never mind. Why do you want to open the door? I was offered a huge bag of gold, you know? It would be stupid to decline that offer. And who offered you the gold? I can't tell you who it was. That guy pays extra to keep his identity a secret. How much gold are we talking about? Now you're interested, huh? But that's a secret I'll keep. So you need a key? That's not... I think so. There's no way of opening that door with casual means. Not even a skeleton key could open that thing. I suppose that's due to some magic trickery. I could help you with the door is now an option. Let's ask if he knows anything about it yet. No. As far as I'm concerned, we can share the gold later. If you won't tell me how much gold you're getting, or who you're getting it from, why in the world would I ever trust you to give me half of it? But as of right now, we need to figure out how to get that door to open. Could someone around here know something? I don't think that's going to be logical. How about the wizards? least you will know something. We could pay them a visit. Did your client mention anything? No. I don't even know why he wants to open the ruins anyways.
Could someone around here know something? I don't know who that's supposed to be referring to, considering that there's the only people we've ever actually seen were the people with the knight who were being escorted from the academy back to the capital.
There's an inn south of here. It is possible that someone there knows something. What do you think? We should start with the wizards in the academy. I'm no longer allowed in the academy, so I'll have to leave that to you. While you're looking for information in the academy, I'll ask around in the inn.
I can't really go to the academy without a permit, and I can only get a permit from Renbrand, and I don't remember where he was said to be. So I'm guessing that's just going to be a thing we casually happen upon. It's kind of weird that this is just ice, and we do have a fire rune. That is Earth, buddy. Come on, you can do it. Wait, isn't... No, there it is. Oh, that's the wrong one. There it is. I mean, I guess we can try the torch. Flame on. I guess it's not human enough. So... Passage. I mean, since I'm here, right? Jesse?
Hey, buddy. What's the business doing?
What are you doing here?
This and that. Right now I'm visiting a friend of mine. And then... something will probably come up.
I want what you have to sell. That's unfortunate.
I'm Veskar, a bard of the Icefall village. Can I help you with something?
I learned a few new songs while I was in the capital. Caravans usually have special permits to trade wares. You know how I can get into the capital?
You don't look like one of us, though. Usually the guards don't ask us caravanners about a permit. As long as you don't look like one of us, you may have to get one, I'm afraid.
So how do I look like one of you? I guess I need clothes like that? Oh, he's right here, so...
Oh, it's you again. Do you need something?
What are you doing here?
I was about to get a drink and a warm stew. Out of nowhere, I had an idea. Why shouldn't Rare and I work together? Long story short, I sell booze and Rare stew.
I sell booze and rare stew now on my way through Okay.
In return, Rare gets a small cut of the profits. Well, are you thirsty? I have some good stuff to sell.
I saw what you had to sell before. I wasn't impressed. Not really worth it when I have potions I can just spam now.
That sucks.
I was hoping interacting with him would get me what I need in order to look like a caravaner. Ooh, show me your wares. I bought a map, Academy wine, then nothing else of actual interest. Alright. Who are the drunk men in the corner?
You mean the people in the red armor? They're the Royal Knights. Thorald, the leader of the small group here, was talking about a quality check. Since then, these noble knights have been getting drunk at my expense.
Where am I? Who is this? Let's just get that bit out of the way. I need information. Tell me about the nearby areas. The passage froze over a while ago, so there's no new caravans here. Maybe a problem for the village as they rely on traveling merchants of the caravans. Southeast, there's Roga Swamp. I don't know anything about it. To the north of the Marion Cliffs, without proper equipment, you shouldn't even think about going up there. Last but not least, the Royal Army is guarding the passage to the south. How can I get a permit for the capital? Okay. Fine.
Yes, I remember now. I heard that you can buy a permit at the caravan to the west. Speaking to their leader should suffice.
You mean this guy? And I already know about maybe Marion Cliffs is referring to something completely different. Let's find out.
As far as I know, the guards do exactly what they have to do. Unless you get a permit signed by the king or get strong enough, you won't be able to access the passage. One is as troublesome as the other, right? How about another option? Come back later and I may sell you a permit.
What do you know about the capital? Yeah, we already know about that. I could take care of Thorald.
You could. He is a royal knight, you know. I wish we'd leave the inn for good. But I don't want to have problems with the royal guard.
Okay, so he's referring to those guys, but I want to see if...
Hey, got any coin to spare? I lost my permit to the capital last night at the tavern. Now the guards won't let me in and I've got nowhere to sleep tonight.
Why do you need the money?
Well, I guess I'll have to rent a room at WeArEuS Tavern. Not exactly a bargain.
Fine.
Thanks, man. Catch you later.
Now let's see if anything has changed with the interaction with this guy. So there's no permit in there. Info, nothing. Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. Leave that as it is. I bought that already. Can I just go up? Rose Dagger of Adventuring. I think that's probably going to have Ooh, there was another thing. Large
gray gem, large crimson gem, katana of stamina. But what? You know what? I get it. Services are services, right? If you want to stay warm for the night in a certain way, that's the room for you. I won't judge. I don't think I have. Where? Oh, I found this in one of the chests up there, didn't I? Immune to immune to environmental cold damage. So, if I'm wearing this, do I need? What do you mean I put it down rather than on? Do I have headgear for them? No. Maybe if I just... I'm trying to take these off and that's just not an option. Suppose if I... Let's save. And... Goodness. Let's see. Won't let me drop stuff I have equipped, so... That's kind of awkward. So he doesn't have anything to say about what I'm wearing. So, with this piece of clothing, I probably can get through without a permit. So I'll go ahead and save that. But I'm probably just going to buy a permit from the camp or the caravan. But first, hey, what? Why don't you work? It's not bad. We do be working. We're checking. We're checking the quality of the beverages. That does not look like quality checking. That doesn't look like quality checking to me. What? I'll shut you up. Feel free to try me. Can I lure him out? I don't want to kill this guy. So, real quick. I can just heal through his damage, so it's fine. Too bad I can't equip a right fist. You are in the way, bud. Leave me alone. Man, if I had known he had so much goddamn health, I would have just... I need to go back and equip the fist now. Is it up here? No. If I knew he had so much goddamn health, I would have hit him a couple of times with my freaking sword. What
What else do you want? Look, pay your bills and you can stay. I don't care about the rest. Fine. I don't give him a bad review, though. Do you want me to hit you again? Well, Thorold will pay his bills now. He's still here, but at least he'll pay for his beer. Maybe he'll be an alright customer in the end. However, thank you so much for dealing with Thorold. Can I get an helpful person discount on the permits you may or may not sell? Yeah. That's $500. I'm not giving you $500 if I can get it cheaper. No. You're not poor. I just gave you money. Ooh, this does 61, but no. What were we doing? Right, let's go run around. That gear. Let's go ahead and run around with this out for a while. So, to the west, he said, is where the caravanners were. The frick is going on with your head? Can I help you? Why are there no horses? You've probably heard about the monsters on the trade route to Edstadt. I don't know why I said it with a D. Obviously no merchant dares to travel from Edstadt to our capital. But that shouldn't stop me from doing my job. The stables don't clean themselves. Maybe he'll give me... Okay, no. So there are monsters on the path somewhere around here. Well, I know there's not going to be anything off that way, so... Okay. Ooh, hold on. I get to stab something with my spear now. 50 damage. With a chance. Motherfucker. There we go. Hawk 2. Hawk 2. Hawk 2. Oh, hold on. You never know when you'll need to rely on berries to save your life, so I have about almost 200 now, I think. Hold up. Rusty gauntlets, as you do when you're undead. Yeah, we move so much faster without that shield weighing us down. No. I'm tempted to see if refusing him will lead to anything, and if not, I'm curious to see if just giving him the coin will lead to something. I don't know what that was all about. What's this stuttering all of a sudden? Okay, so actually see if something happened. Okay, no idea why I got a sound notification, but everything seems to be in order. Yoinked your honey. Let's see if we can talk to this guy. 0 to 100. Are you always this friendly?
Open your mouth once more and I'll shove my pitchfork in there as far as it goes. Ever since the king made this road through my farm, there's always someone passing through. Always some soldiers, travelers, or beggars. Some of them even end up stealing my wheat or some chicken.
I sure hope they don't steal your honey.
My God, I've just had about enough of all of this.
I get it. Jeez. I'll be back for more honey later. I know that sounds like a proposition, now that I've had a second to think about what I just said. Okay. That's extremely weird. This is not the road we were on last time we crossed the bridge here to get here. Remember, there was a path up. There were people here with a knight acting as guard, or as an escort. Either is fine. Regardless, like, what? I don't understand. Okay, so here we are. Let's see if we can get a legal permit from him. Where do I get a permit? Glenn has one to offer. You better ask him. I don't think you'll have anything of interest for me. That's not Glenn. You are Glenn.
Hello, stranger. This is a caravan from Icefall Village, and I am their leader. You may call me Overlord Glenn.
I don't care about any of these other questions. Though, I did find this letter nearby.
A letter? Looks like this letter was signed by a Gregor. He's a scholar of the Academy, if I remember correctly. A few days ago, he bought some rations I haven't seen.
He's probably stuck in the dungeon like Themir was. Are all wizards retards? I guess we'll be finding out soon enough. Do you sell any wares?
That's why we're here.
Map. Refined steel bar. I'll siphon a couple of those. This and this. Hopefully those will be new. Ooh. Yes, please. I am so tired of having to whip out my torch. I whip my torch back and forth, and it's exhausting. That can go. I can't mark it. That's fine. Ice Ring Nova. I can't equip this anyway. Gains experience while you're holding it. That's actually pretty good for farming. I'm going to keep that. You can go. You can go. You can go. Oh, we also can do this. There we go. Have that for opening locks. I'm pretty sure I bought these, or I'm holding these in order to turn them into Unusable weapons. Why is this not locked? Okay. That's enough of that. I heard you were selling a permit for the capital.
Either way, you would be correct. There's one I could spare. For saving Leonard, I think you deserve it as recompense. It is the very least I could do.
You know, for an overlord, you are actually a pretty nice guy.
There you go. If the gods ask, you did not get this from me. All right?
And just like that, I got a permit without having to pay 500 gold, and I got to hawk some of my own wares and profit. Haha! I don't care about maybe, just trade with the capital, any resources. Where you come from, Icefall Village. As it's frozen at the moment, it seems like we're stranded. The elders of the village talk about another passage, but this knowledge seems to not be of any use at the moment. Okay.
Never warm and pleasant day.
That is the kindest overlord I've ever met. Granted, he's the only one I've ever met, but he has set the bar. Well, death's inbound. You've been chosen. Now take your junk and sell it. You don't get to even have furniture in my presence. I have to keep them down. Don't need bandits getting all uppity now, do we? Right. For Marin Passage, we actually need, written permission to get in there, he said. To the right. Hopefully the wizard I'm looking for is in there, like I think. Where was that at? I have to go to the academy to ask about the door, but can't get there without permission, and in order to get that nope, just going to run. In order to get that permission, I need to find... Really? Okay. You were a little tanky. Now you're dead. Okay. Neat. Looks like you lost a couple of guys, though. That seems unwise. Roga Swamp. We don't need that business right now. Remember, we saw the thing that we saw. Really? We saw. Yeah, we have to go up. There was a sign up above with an X on it. Hold on. They just... I don't think that was a crit. But they both just... Ooh. Gotta put on my looting cap and get nothing for it. Nice. So where was it exactly? That's not what I want. Let's
keep heading south. Ooh. We don't need to interact with Renbrand. I am probably still going to do that, though, just because. Helmet. Yeah. It's always worth it to gear swap. Martha, huh? We need real men around here, so don't do something stupid. What's on your mind? We're dying one after another around here. If you ask me, it's only a matter of time till we get run over by the enemy. This place will make you forget any thoughts of starting a family. You want to start a family? I think so, yeah, but honestly, not likely. Half of the people here are dead, and the rest won't be far behind. Cool. Not... Oh, okay. Yeah, so... Road to Erstadt. And so below here is where we encountered the orcs and the lizardmen that we fought last episode, I think. Right. The front line, better watch your steps. South of here, what are you fighting for? I saw a huge shadow recently. We think that he hides south of here near the volcano. We're really busy fighting the front lines. We can't... However, I can't think of a reason why the bandits are more important to the king than the trade route. Have you ever had to deal with it? This is... we're dealing with this for... the guy whose name starts with B. We've come across a bunch of people who matter, that have names, so... You can't blame me for forgetting. Have you ever had to deal with the bandits? It was a few months ago, before I was sent here to guard the border to the south. The usual group had to take a break, and so at the time it was my duty to protect the area from bandits. We also had to confiscate all valuables, including notes and scrolls, and hand them over to the quartermaster. Did the order come directly from the king? Yes, of course. Although I found it strange that this task was given to a high-ranking member of the Royal Guard. But enough of that. I need to get back to my task. Help me fighting for... Yeah, the rest of that doesn't matter. Anything? No. The capital is in the center, but that's not where I want to go. Was it near Mirren Passage, or... This, I'm pretty sure, leads off to the Icefall area, but that's sealed off, right? This leads over to Roga Swamp. Off to this side is... the woods. I don't remember the actual name of the area. Let's go this way. Why is this rat everywhere? Rat's gonna rat, I guess. Old Forest, that's the name of the area. I'm trying to figure out what path I took. Kill you. Look,
Look, they're not good people, okay? Okay, this should be it. Hey there.
You are about to enter the Marin Passage. This is a dangerous place for adventurers. Why? Bandits and raiders usually hijack adventurers and merchants while traveling through the passage. Therefore, the Royal Guard is often provided as an escort for certain merchants.
Okay, open it.
The king ordered me to not let everyone pass without a proper permit. This is for your own safety. Why should I open the gate for you?
Look, I can look after myself.
Great, but I have my orders. However, we could make an exception. I need to know how my pal is doing on the other side of the passage, as I haven't seen him in a while.
Fine, I'll check on it.
Thank you. I'll open the gate immediately.
So, this is the sign I was talking about having seen while in passing, and I skipped it because, well, obviously. So, I do need to go this way in order to get to find out how to open the door here. No, this door here. The inn is here. This is where the caravan is parked. Don't remember what's here, but it's fine. Oh, surely they're not just going to drop from the ceiling like turds, right? Oh, God, that's so good that they do. Maybe I should switch to the sword so I can put my profit taker helmet on. I do love profiting. So, right, we did level up. And this weapon needs what stats? More strength. Let's see. I don't think we have anything that requires high strength, right? I mean, high dexterity. I want to kind of dump into strength so I can start putting on some of these other good things that we have. Okay, so now I shouldn't need to swap to the other helmet ever again, though I will have lesser stats for it, so... Oh! What good is that going to do you if you're all the way over there, buddy? Come on now. Put on your thinking cap. Hopefully it's extremely valuable. Why is that in the dark over there? Oh, they're dead. They keep trying and just keep dying. Yoink. Come on, guys. Don't disappoint me. Keep spawning. Is that it? Really? Hey, you. I never thought someone like you could... Well, that was too much for my throat. Hey, you. I'm seeing the little things behind my eyes. Anyway. Hey, you. I never thought I'd see someone like you make it through the passage alone. Honestly, I was one-shotting them left and right. They're poor, though. They didn't drop anything. You have my respect. I put a little too much emphasis on that respect. I don't care where I am. Where do they come from? I don't know. The king had us clean the passage a few times already, but they just keep coming back. There has to be another entrance somewhere. Okay, noted. Your pal asked me to check in on you. Of course he did. He cares so much about too much about others. You can tell him I'm doing just fine. Noted. I was hoping there'd be...
I was hoping there'd be a thing to teleport to, so I could go back to the other side. Oh, there's another one of these. Oh, I hope those lead to profitable dungeons. I really do. Further north probably leads to the academy, and we don't actually... Crap. Ooh, I will touch this first, and then this. Bandit camp. That's not the one I expected to go to. Capital? It's Marin Cliffs, and then Stonehenge is the best one. I am in desperate need of a skill for this weapon. Your pal is fine. Thank you for checking on him. Here, let me toss a few coins to my witcher. Well, thank you. You are just a doll. And we will take a shortcut. Hold on. Yeah, so north is the only option from here. It clearly says that you can't... Whatever. I don't care enough. Isn't the sea beautiful? Oh, how I miss being at sea. Then why aren't you on a ship? Look at me. I'm far too old to be on adventures again. A few years ago I retired, and now I'm spending my time here in this old hut. At least there's a great view of the sea. Anything interesting to know about the area here? Academy, harbor, but the ships no longer come regularly. Be aware of the region west of here. There's a small tunnel leading to a lake with an ancient tower, but strange people settled there. Once visited the tower and just barely made it back alive while running from my old life. I even lost my good hat. I could find your hat. Well, that would be something. Just make sure to make it back alive. Do you want to live in the capital? Okay. I get it. I get it. I thought the passage was going to be a lot tougher than it actually was. Shame on me for expecting difficulty. We got another ring of resistance. I wonder what the stat distribution looks like on that. Can I... Okay. Is there anything back here? Well, imagine my severe lack of surprise. Oh, I need more dexterity. Knocking knots of health. So it's basically a spear that you slash with. And then this one has all the good stuff in it because it's locked. Crap, I need 32 dexterity for that. Which is obnoxious. I mean, I'm already down here, right? Idiot. Let me check. Do I have any skills for... yeah, this... Could this work? No, I'm pretty sure it would, right? Screw it, we've got a couple of them anyway, right? So, worst. It's a minor inconvenience. I want to keep that helmet slot open. Okay. And that's the Naginata. We do have one socket for this, but I don't know. Because it has to go into a weapon, which sucks. It's actually annoying. I mean, I could put fighting spirit in, but that's literally only 10 extra physical damage. Well, that would work with a multi-hit attack, and then that's actual value. And I'm pretty sure we have 2 of these. And see, something like this will just go into anything, which I need more of. Assassin stab for the spear. But I don't have a slot on this spear. He lied. Okay, it's on there now. I noticed this bat in the background, but he's far enough away so he gets to live for now. I don't know why this doesn't just list spears, daggers, and rapiers, and why there are 2 different versions of it. Awkwardly. Anyway, charge shot. Weapons or armor. The only reason I'm here is because I actually want to slot one of these into the armor that we're wearing. Well, it's a cape, but nevertheless. Health over time doesn't really matter to me. We could increase our item find. I mean, ooh. The chance for an item to drop. Yeah, I'm going to do it. My greed is speaking to me. It's saying this has to be a good idea. I don't trust it, but I will listen to it. Dragonheart. It still feels hot in my hands. Cool story. No, I definitely didn't need that. So the entire point was I wanted to use the grappling hook to get to the other side. But really, what does it matter? Well, actually, you know what? Screw it. Into my armor, and then we'll just do that. Haha. So as he said, there's another passage they're using to get in here. I'm not worried about them. An azure gem. He hit me for 3. I took his soul. What do you mean? Oh, I did that to myself. That's why. There we go. So convenient. Ooh, this looks like it could be profitable. Get over here. I was wrong. Welcome to the Lake Tower, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Let me touch you. I
I tried to read it. He just went, "Huh?" I can't be mad at him. He tried. Right, I haven't saved in a good while, so. Okay, so I'm guessing that's an elevator. And now it's powered. I will take you. Blueprint of a good potion. Actually, let me use that now before I forget I even have it. I don't know what I just clicked. I don't know why it's stuttering like this. OBS is fine, so. So do we find out what we get to do with the pale essence we've been gathering here? Hopefully. I'm pretty sure that hit isn't a crit. But I don't know why it's doing the damage that it is. I assume it's a... I'm guessing it is a crit. I didn't take my armor off though, did I? I think that's the good stuff. I don't know what's causing it to stutter like this, so I will go ahead. Oh, right, we did pick up a lantern too, didn't we? I don't know where that ended up. What is this? A key piece. Piece of a key found in the lake tower. You shouldn't have. What am I looking for? The lantern, right. I guess it's an actual thing we have to equip. This ring of resistance is doo-doo. Meanwhile, the real one. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's an accessory. Not bad, I guess. Coin from Dulok. And that's the thing I got from the creature that was in the sheet that I told you, well, that we saw a while ago. That I was also looking for at the beginning of this other half of the episode. I know not where I am. I know not where I am going. But what I do know is, ooh,
must break pots and open chests. Because I like to touch them. Doesn't seem to be anything I can interact with going on in here, but... Back off, buddy. Get crit, kid. I'm sure glad I no longer have to just swap helmets over and over again now. Get over here. Get back here, coward. No idea how we get to that, but it's not much of a concern at the moment. I now have to keep an eye out for cracked walls, so that's notable. Idiot. Whatever that is, I can't read it. Kind of makes sense, though, since we're just a baby. Okay. Solve that. I guess this is a wall. A few coins. I think at the ground floor we could have gone down. Stop that. Real quick, just absolutely juked.
teleporting. This is a teleport-free household, my good sir. And as always, wherever I... Okay. Sure, I guess. Shut up. That's cute. Real cute. Yeah, I know there was a button. I don't particularly care at the moment. Come on. Well, if nothing else, this has been a very, very full episode. Open that. Yeah. Sucks. Let's go more up. Upper. Uppest. Away! That's a teleporter. Do we even... We do. I don't know where I got them from, but we have them. I'm not going to touch that, because I don't know where it'll send me. Keeper of the Lock. Ow. Rat bastard. Ow. This and this. Kneel. Fourth champion. Blueprint of an excellent weapon. And a good one. And a coin. Yeah, so the other cape thing that we saw a long time ago that I've been talking about for the latter half of this episode. 18%, these others are inferior. It went like that, except the other one did a whole lot more damage. By like 5 times. So yeah. Curious. Most curious. I don't understand. You're given a mysterious book. Understand the ancient language. Do you understand me? Judging by your look, I am interpreting that as a yes. May I help you with something? Why did you attack me? My task is to defend. I did not know your intentions, therefore I had to act. However, I know when I have to admit defeat. Good.
but do not assume that everyone in this tower acts the same. Most of us are already too corrupted to think clearly.
What was that book you just gave me that I just read? No questions asked.
It was a book of magical knowledge. This knowledge makes it possible to learn special skills. In this case, it enabled you to understand my language.
And why did you give it to me?
How else are you supposed to understand the ancient language?
So I found this coin from Dulak.
A coin that was forgotten. Like the city. This coin has little value to you. However, it reminds me of times when the world was not yet shaped by the Pale Ones. Bring me more of these coins and I shall exchange my knowledge with you in return.
I don't know if you can actually hear me reading those lines over the music. Make no mistake, the music is delicious, but it's a little too loud and I might have to turn it down. Do you have anything I can do with the pale coins, perhaps?
A pale coin is able to greatly increase your power if you know how to use it. Though, with the current knowledge about the coins, I advise against the use of them. Too much destruction has already been caused by their sheer existence.
What should I do, I guess?
You should destroy the pale coins before further harm is caused.
And how can I do that?
Parts of their power also flows within my veins. Therefore, I am able to remove their very essence and convert it into something else. If you wish to destroy a coin, hand it over to me. I will render it useless to this world.
And how could I use it if I so chose to?
Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that question. Even if I knew, I wouldn't want to tell you.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. I said it at the beginning of this playthrough. The being that summoned me, created me, wished for me, she's not getting what she wants. I'll nod my head, I'll play along, but ultimately, no. You can't just dump lore into my head that says these things are basically evil and cause nothing but harm, and then bring me into existence with that knowledge and say, get me one of those. In fact, get me the most powerful of them, the Wish Granter. No. And as for this question, yes. In exchange, I get level up and book Draconic. Give me that. I mean, I'm clicking the button. Oh, that's not the right one. I'm an idiot. So you don't have to be. There seems to be a book about the Draconic language. Is that ever going to be relevant to me? I cannot say. Oh, right. What's in the next room?
The portal to the sanctuary of Dulak. It is the only way to reach the city without knowing how to fly. Read the ancient text of the tablet and I will tell you what I know.
Book of Learning inscribed with glowing runes. This arcane tome radiates
with an unknown energy from its core. Using it allows me to reset my attribute points. No, I like where they are. So you don't really have much of a value to me. Or much value, not much of a value. The 3 sacred stones reveal the weight of the sky. Nerith, the sacred stone of water. Faramore, the sacred stone of fire. Yielding, the sacred stone of earth. So I have none of those. Got it. Tell me about the stones, bud. You see, 3 sacred stones, Nerith, Faramore, and Yielding. They were used to activate the portal to the lock. We deactivated the portal after the creation of the pale coins and gave the stones away. Where are they now? The stones, as well as the lords who received them, disappeared. I can't tell you where they are now. Maybe you will find such information inside this tower. Place the sacred stones where they once were, and then it'll do its thing. I mean, I have another pale coin, but frankly, you just get nothing out of it. Out of destroying it anyway. I'm tempted to destroy this one, and then there's probably going to be another one, and then just use that one, but oh, great. All I got was another coin of the lock and some XP, but that's not, it's not great. I am starting to understand the coins themselves. They seem to be conduits for greater power. The pale essence. I seek deeper knowledge of the essence. Deliver the pale essences to me for my studies, and you shall be rewarded. Okay. Good. How many do you have in your possession? 10. Wow. 1,000 XP. Okay. Okay. That one should send me all the way to the top, which is... Oh, right. We actually need to run around the tower and read all of the... Oh, that is annoying. Surely not, right? They wouldn't let that happen. I thought not. I mean, we can read the ancient languages now, including Draconic. You know what? No, we're not doing this. There it is. Faramore has been delivered. Never do I want to touch that stone again. Its heat almost cost me my hands. Not even the heat of the volcano there could destroy this thing. Great, so I have to head back into the volcano to find the stone of Faramore. I feel like I should probably screenshot that or something because I'm going to forget. So, Faramore is in the volcano somewhere. Trust me, bro.
glad those don't trigger while you're just walking over them and you have to stand on them instead. That'd be annoying otherwise. There's a library on the left. This and you.
Surprise!
So, no, they all drop pale essence. Gotta check around. I was the one who delivered the azure sacred stone near Earth to Queen Hilaria. She told me that there will be a new town soon, south of Moraine. The town shall be built nearby a lake, she said. She was beautiful, Queen Hilaria. We do have the map of nearby a lake. This one maybe? Could that be Icefall? So the only reason I'm actually going about doing this is because there's a chance that the information could be, how do I put it? The information would be necessary in that there's a chance I could end up having to go back to somewhere I've been before, such as the information about the Narramore stone, I believe it was, being said to be at the volcano. And with that being the case, I now know that I need to journey back to somewhere I've been already. Hold on. No essence, no problem. And so some of these, wait, we only found information on 2 of them. Might be books here. Really? So the pale essences are worth about 100 XP each, which is pretty good. Probably 104, since it was 1,040, I think we got. Doesn't tell me if there's a library or not. Forest of Roga, so the Roga swamp then. It's a shame we had to hand over the stone to the people of Roga. Thought another one was going to spawn. Apparently they learned their lesson. We don't need to do all of that walking again, so... Where do we go, though? I guess we can head back to Marin Cliffs. Oh, so the academy's over here? I didn't expect that.
Let's keep going till we can't go no more. Why are you here? What are you doing? Hello there, citizen. Access to the harbor is restricted unless you have an urgent matter at the docks. Why is access restricted? That way, we'd have to station field guards at the docks. Since there's never anyone down there anyway, it's enough to have one or two guards patrolling near the ships. Why are there no ships lately? You see, Grenmark was once an important place for trading. Several merchants from the capital and Earth sites sold their wares overseas. As the road to Earthstat was overrun by monsters, trading stopped and Grenmark slowly lost its position. This also led to a decrease in ships. Okay. Pretty sure this leads back to the tower. This is the passage, that's where we came in. Wait, that's right, the mage is still missing. Or at least they haven't seen him. Guidance or wine? Did you call me a lamb? You mentioned wine. Open the gate. I'm dressed like this, mind you. And he says, to my face, I see you have no evil intentions. He's lucky he was right. Winemaker gave me some wine. Yoink. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably don't want their foot drink. Oh, we already passed through. WeArEuS. No novice. What do you think about this letter? Yes, this explains why Gregor did not return in a while. Talk to the magician Lyrak. He's Gregor's master, so he can probably tell you more. You'll find him in the enchantment laboratory inside the walls of the academy. Do you know how to open a magically sealed door? Unfortunately, sealed doors are not my strength. Please refer to Lyrak in case you want to know about those. Do I really wish to join the academy? Circle of magicians is small, but we trust each other. How about talking to the other mages first? If you do well, they may put in a good word for you. Do you have any work for me? It's a matter for us mages only. Well, of the mages who are at the academy not traveling, yeah, Darius or Lyrak. Recently welcomed Cedric. Okay. That's the winemaker, not Cedric. He said he'd be near the vines. Won't be any of those guys since they don't have unique characteristics. I mean, the winemaker did, but I was talking about the two novices here. Can we enter these? Nice. This is Darius. You spot my specs anywhere? Here. You need help with anything else? I'm slowly running out of herbs. I want to go on a hunt for some. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I reckon 10 will do. I'll bring them. Can you show me how to mix potions? Oh, yeah. Nah, I don't think so. In the end, you'll most likely poison yourself. Just bring me the blueprint and the materials. I'll craft the potions for you instead. Or you could just teach me how to do it right, so I don't have to come to you every single time. A few herbs. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. I'll just give you all of them. Not any of the unique ones, like the bright leaf and such. If it was my call, you'd be accepted at the academy. I'll definitely let Warwick know. Give me that. I think I already learned that one, though. Increase XP by 25%. That is... yoink. Man, the ones from Themir were so much more expensive. Take your entire stock. Do we have anything marked for sale? 10 things. And we still came out on top in terms of profit. Okay, this bit of busy work is probably going to be the last bit we do for this episode. It should be at about 2 hours now, so I feel pretty confident that you guys will be satisfied. And, you know, that's definitely my greatest concern. Definitely not assuaging my guilt over having nearly ended the episode very, very early. Anyway. What did I interrupt? What do you think about this letter? Gregor, my disciple, wrote it. Why do you have the letter, and where is he? Found it near the Stonehenge. The astral energies could... You there, you're going to help me find out more about the Stonehenge. Sure, I guess. I didn't click sure. And because I, a mage of the Academy, told you so. Sure. Hey, wait, no. How to open a magically sealed door. Of course I know how to open them. But tell me why you show interest in them. I want to open them. Well, are you looking for treasures like all the other fools? Anyway, I don't have the time nor the motivation to teach you how to cast a spell to break magical seals. Furthermore, you aren't a member of our academy. However, I can sell you scrolls containing some astral magic, and with those, you should be able to break the seals. Okay. I figured as much. Just let me know if you want to buy one. Give me those scrolls, buddy. Okay. I've come across 4 doors so far. Dang it. Now I have to go look for his butt at Stonehenge. You said the other mage, the new one, Cedric, was near the vines? So here he is. Where do I get magic equipment? How did you join? Blah, blah, blah. I want to join. Blah, blah, blah. If you help me, I'll put in a good word. What's the problem? Recently, demand has declined, although according to some, consumption has continued to rise. We own some wine from the academy. Someone is secretly selling wine to the innkeepers in our name. What should I look for? Talk to the innkeepers. They have to get the wine from somewhere. And that's the next problem. Apparently, my list of customers was stolen, but I know most of them anyway. Among the innkeepers, there's Rare, the owner of the Crossroad Inn, as well as the innkeeper of the capital I haven't been to yet. We'll go to the capital next episode, probably after we deal with opening all of the magically sealed doors, which is another thing entirely. I don't know his name. There's the farmer Roland. Pretty sure I'm familiar with that guy. Sometimes the quartermaster of the Royal Guards also buys a few boxes. A few citizens. Pretty sure I got everything I needed from that. Actually, I'm not going to walk to Stonehenge. I'm too good for that. Yoink. You're finally here. While you were obviously asleep, I've already gained new insights of this place. A new energy now emanates from the stones that was not felt before. No, I don't like this voice for him. If anything, I expect him to be all high and mighty. I will now connect my mind with these energies using the astral powers. My body will be completely defenseless, so you have to make sure nothing happens to me. Are you ready for the ritual? Yeah, let's do this. You're not as useless as I thought. No matter what happens, make sure my body is not damaged. Get over here, kid. Anyone else? We have a problem. I found my apprentice Gregor, but he is trapped in another realm where I was unable to communicate with him. Shadow creatures suddenly appeared. Shadow creatures, you say? I remember seeing strange creatures while I was looking for Gregor. He might have appeared here by taking advantage of my link between this realm and the other. What did you do? Weren't you listening? Yeah. So what shall we do? As of right now, I have no way of getting Gregor out of there. Gregor will have to endure the situation until we find a way to transfer ourselves into the other realm. You, for one, have been a great help. I must express my gratitude. The Academy needs people like you. But I... Oh, that's annoying. The only way to get back there is Mary Cliffs, and then we just keep heading right. Should be over here, and then we'll pick up some more of those scrolls. I'm just buying extras so I don't have to return here. And look at this, guys. I'm assuming obnoxious, arrogant. Yeah, that's all I've got. Face. I couldn't think of anything else colorful to tack on, so. It shows that this can be entered, but it's definitely that one. Okay, I'll tell you what. I actually there's one nearby. Or is that the passage? Let's find out. No, so it's this. Got it. Okay, let's see what this is like. Straight hilt sword, brave bracers, a bell what key? Bell keeper key. Noted. Oh right, I forgot to make potions through the other guy. So we have to take this. Really? Frick do I get to that one? I would need teleport, I guess. Why? Like, this goes right back over there. Why in the world? That's why you need the portal. Got it. The other one is... I know there's at least one in the wastelands where the orcs were. there's also another one on the other side of the passage. Go to Stonehenge. Should be above the inn. I should have let the poison do its thing. Yeah, we keep going right. Another one. It looks like a bell or possibly a statue, but it's most likely a bell. A ring-a-ding. Ding. Miasma skill gem that I can't use. Iced Knight's Lance. That I won't be able to use without a rune, which sucks. Charged arc. You don't want this problem, buddy. Ooh. Well, I appreciate you doing that whole back dodge thing. That's cool. Cute even. He casts stun. You. There might be... there don't appear to be any more to search. I almost died. I'm pretty sure they're dealing dark damage, so I'm getting so much resistance to it. I'm curious to know if I have anything of interest I could use against them. What about 22? What do you have to offer? Only 8 extra health. Not interesting. Not particularly interesting on its own either. Dark damage, but space damage is 57, which isn't bad. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to have, but oh, so it opened anyway, and all I had to do was merely survive, which isn't particularly difficult against this group. I just want to use another weapon, that's all. Yeah, I know I have a problem. Iced Knight's Lance. nothing of interest here. Its damage is low, requirements are low. We even have a slot. I guess we can do that since we no longer need the torch. The torch is in slot 5.
Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and cut all of that out. I went through my inventory marking the stuff that was junk, stuff that was not. Most of it was junk, though. Like I said, I want new weapons to use, right? So, great. Because I don't have to, yeah. So, we had 2 levels worth of attribute points. I dumped them all into Vitality so I could use the Bardish once I have an accessory that grants enough Vitality, which I might have to do another run of the Blood Dimension in order to get. It sucks, but not all that much. Let's make sure there aren't any. Yeah, we're fine. Forgotten Tome. What's this about? An ancient book with fragile pages, strange markings hint at a forgotten language. I can't interact with it. Great. Another language I can't read, even though I know an ancient language and a draconic language. Undead Knight Serenier? Oh, I don't like this. I was using the skill because it has a higher chance to crit. Serenier's notes. These are the Royal Knight Serenier's final words. It's an apology for his failure and a message to his former comrades. I don't remember anyone mentioning a Serenier, but there are 4 holes in the massive stone door. I have no idea what they could be. Let's go to the inn and talk to the guy who was hired to investigate it. No broke boy nearby. Imagine that. Where do you get your wine from? Yeah, that's for that other thing. Is there much choice, though? Did you sell any other wine? Okay, so... And since I'm here... Come on, just sell the junk already. I did not make as much as I... Unless I... Okay. I guess I just used that much, apparently. Was there another reason? Yeah, this guy. Ooh, have you ever seen a key like this? I did not get to click it because my hand moved up. I think it asked. I think the question we accidentally clicked was asking him if he got what he needed from the ruins. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my client. After all, he was the one who wanted to know what was in the ruins. You helped me a lot with my mission. Without you, I'd still be searching for a way to open the door. Take this as the reward. You earned it. However, on the lowest level, behind the undead knight, there was another door. Did you see that? It looked like you need 4 keys to make the thing. Oh, so that's what those are for. And I know where all of the other doors are. The 2 in this area, and the one in this area, and the other. No, there is an area nearby that has 2. It's either here, or it's back up in the Marin, past the Marin Passage. Let's ask him about the key. That's an interesting shaped key. Also, what's the material? You find it in one of the ruins with the stone doors. The shark grabbed everything was worth taking. I might have a plan. There's a guy I trust in the capital who can forge anything. Give me the key and I'll have a duplicate made. The fake goes to my client, I get the gold, and you can have the real one. Wait, but like, why would I give you the key? That doesn't make, I don't get anything out of this. As soon as that, okay. Okay. Best if we meet, crap. Ah, that's unfortunate. I guess this video is going to be that much longer then. Off to the capital we go. Hey, look at that, we're at the capital. Open up. Shut up. Let me in. He said he'd be near the fountain. That's Leonard. There he is. My contact still needs time. The required materials seem to be quite special, so it's taking some time to locate. Upper quarter. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. Is it done? That's upsetting. What's your take? Should I invest in weapons, armor, or perhaps jewelry? Armor is always a safe bet. All right. I would like to find something to tell. Oh, it's outside of the city, so we're fine as far as that's concerned. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope this episode was, well, long enough to satisfy. With all of the innuendo that entails, or that implies, or would lead you to infer, so on and so. I'm sorry. So what you're telling me is, I don't know if that's a man or a woman. What you're telling me is, the person outside at the stables has a head shaped like that. No, it has to be hair, not a helmet then, right? If so, that's my fault. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back with another episode. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or the day after, because I might record more Dread Mist. Even though by the time this episode gets uploaded, Dread Mist will be old news. Nevertheless, I find myself, well, last I played it, which was right after I recorded it, was the day I recorded it, I should say, was the last time I played it. I still feel that love, that urge to explore, murder, loot, and gain XP. But, well, we'll see how things turn out, because of course that's going to be a day I'm coming home from work, and then it's going to be followed up by another day that I have to go to work. So I don't really want to invest in something that's going to take up the kind of time that I don't notice passing by because I'm having fun. So it's a toss-up. We will see what we get when we get there, won't we? And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.